Lincoln, Nebraska, Macomb County, Michigan, Montgomery County, Maryland, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, St. Louis, Missouri County. And that's just this initiative. There's 80-plus sanctuary cities. Now, let's go into all the free goodies. Because remember the headline last week? Obama will give illegals, day one, a tax refund, even if they've just gotten here one day before. AP reported illegals, the banks with no ID, give them home loans. Because it's all there, because the illegals are perfect. They'll work and get a welfare check, the perfect worker. So, because you can't live on the welfare and you can't live on the minimum wage, the illegals come from really hardcore, serious countries and will work hard, but they'll also game the system. And the Ford Foundation, these welcoming committees, train them how to do it. They're not like lazy poor whites or poor blacks, on average. We've got the numbers, who will just welfare and lay there in a slum. The illegals want a new Chevy truck. They want to go on vacations. They want to go to nice restaurants, especially the Latin American ones. So they'll work 2 jobs and pull a welfare check. And they'll vote, and they'll become CPS workers, even when they're illegals. They'll become sheriff's deputies, even when they're illegals. Look it up. AP reported a lot of illegals are now sheriff's deputies. And now California, in just 1 week after the law went into effect, 59,000 immigrants with driver's license in the first month. You read deeper, though, in the AP article, that was actually numbers from the first week. Game over. The globalists have conquered every nation they want, and they're conquering us now. And the thing is, 80% or 81% of the immigrants are from Latin America. That's the favored group. And again, they've killed any type of race consciousness or culture consciousness in any other group. But with the Latin Americans, they hype it and push it because other folks can't hear it because it's another language. It's perfectly under the radar. You drive by and see billboards saying La Reconquista, La Raza. It means the race, the reconquering. You've got immigrant groups from South America saying, I have migrant rights as an indigenous. All this stuff taught out of the universities. So it's not like they're just going to come up here and work. They are becoming vehement collectivists, vehement communists, and being funded by the billionaires. Why is that? Because this is the political takedown game. Because the billionaires are offshore tax exempt. They don't go under this. But if you are a black American, a Hispanic American, a white American, an Asian American, a purple polka dotted American, a bright green American, I don't care what color your melanin is or where you came from, if you're a citizen or you're playing by the rules, they will screw you over 1,000 different ways. And the Democratic Party has an entire infrastructure like Acorn, Battleground Texas, and all the rest of it, and that's who's involved in this, to radicalize and form these people into a cohesive block and to also milk them. Milk them. So this is a gang takeover. And the article continues. Registration, this is today, Monday, February 23rd, 2015. Registration, networking, and continental breakfast. General admission, free. And they go on, it's recommended that you leave room, be nice for the immigrants. So basically, don't come if you're not an illegal alien. Well, we're going to go down there and cover it. In fact, our guys are going down there today. I want a crew to go in 1 hour. Registration, networking, and continental breakfast. Networking. First, you identify any troublemakers. That's in the networking. The change agents go around. Austin's multicultural demographic landscape. That's 9 to 10. That was last hour. The economic value of immigration in our community. Yeah, look at the country falling apart. Immigration is good if they're hardworking and don't get welfare. But when you do, it brings the country down. Breakout. After lunch, the Texas League, executive action and the future potential of immigration reform. Total legalization. It's already been done by fiat. Breakout 2, career pathways for new Americans. You don't need to get citizenship. You just are. Because you're a Democrat, you're a socialist, you're a globalist. Plenary, best practices in immigration integration. All meals will be provided free of charge except for your own lunch on February 23rd, 2015. Please note that there is an $8 parking fee at the Palmer Event Center. And if you have questions, please contact Connie Gonzalez, Connie.Gonzalez at austintexas.gov, or her phone number. 2 weeks advance notice will allow us to provide seamless access. Where is the governor on this, Abbott? I mean, you want the illegals? They're right there being... It's fraud to put an illegal on welfare. It's fraud to help somebody with false IDs. But it's all just done right out in front of everybody. And I guarantee you, when we send our reporters down there, they're going to have reluctant cops down there getting in our face acting like we're criminals. Because we are criminals. When criminals take over, those that aren't criminals are the enemy. What did George Orwell say? In a world of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And when you live in a tyranny, if you lived in Nazi Germany and you were against the Nazis, you'd be called insane. This is America being conquered by global corporations that are doing this all over the world. Flooding. So there you go. Now, if you're a social worker learning how to help the illegals, you've got to pay $10 to go, though. So, but if you're an illegal, you're in like Flynn. Absolutely free. U.S. border agents in Tucson area told to let drunk drivers go free. See, I mean, it's just... But meanwhile, in Australia, national security, we're going to break this down when we come back. And it is an International Innovation Award, a partnership between the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations and BMW Group. So BMW is helping finance that. It's also here has the Carnegie Endowment. It's always the same people. Newman's Own Foundation, when you buy Paul Newman stuff, it's going to open the borders up, bring people in and give them free goodies to break the country. And look, they get people like Paul Newman to sign on to this before he died, believing he's helping poor immigrants. That's not what's going on. They use all these well-meaning people about, yes, we're Christians, let's bring the poor Latin American children in and give them everything free as the national debt hits almost $19 trillion. I mean, this is designed to... People go to their mainline Methodist churches now that are begging for money, and then it goes to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They're just sucking money off all these well-meaning people. It's totally sick. And then America will collapse into a third-world slum like everywhere else, and the globalists will live in Monte Carlo, Luxembourg, or Switzerland, which do not allow this. And by the way, they're making Australia a safe haven for elites right now. They just voted out carbon taxes. London Guardian, national security, Abbott would revoke, not our Abbott, but the leader of Australia, would revoke citizenship as part of extremism fight, urges Muslim leaders to proclaim Islam as a religion of peace more often and mean it, and says if you engage or try to plan terrorism, you'll have your citizenship revoked. Absolutely. If you're not a born citizen and you commit terrorist acts, ship your butt out. Go kill each other on some desert island. I tell you, if they repeal their gun laws that they passed 20 years in Australia, it's looking better and better. That's another thing, folks. I'm not trying to run from all the immigrants. I'm trying to run from the globalists, organizing them into an army of ignorance. A perfect group that doesn't speak English, that are all balkanized in their own little slum-controlled areas, run by the big community organizer, Ford Foundation, UN garbage. I mean, this is global governance conquering sovereign nations and conquering the free market right now. This is the global elite that made their money in the robber baron age 150 years ago, pulling up the ladder so the rest of us can't get wealthy. They're teaching you get wealthy by working the system or being on welfare. Before I go any further, it is essential to spread the word about this broadcast. That's why we're growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you. It's having success. Keep spreading the word. Telling folks about the free podcast, the audio links, local AM and FM affiliates. And go to InfoWarsStore.com, where in the month of February, it ends in a few days, you can get 15% off, it's usually 10% off, with promo code WATER on all the high-quality water filtration systems. The best out there, very affordable, the best for the price, the Pro 1 and the clearly filtered systems. We have some others as well. They're all excellent. InfoWarsStore.com. Make the commitment to start drinking purified water as much as you can for you and your children and your family. Cut the glyphosates, the fluoride out, and then get the good halogen that blocks the fluoride. That's the Survival Shield X2. Get 2 bottles of that discounted right now and get a free bottle of Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Booster at InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. And it's your purchase that funds the operation, so we salute all of you that are supporting. You are the tip of the spear. Stay with us. InfoWarsStore.com.
Visit GCNlive.com today. The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with super male or super female vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.